Hello and welcome to the build-up from RamsTV. After almost a month away, Derby County are finally back in action here at Pride Park Stadium this afternoon. Derby hosting Preston North End, the Rams looking for their first home win of the season. We are guaranteed a few firsts today. Lewis Travis set to captain Derby at Pride Park for the very first time later. And he's not the only Ram in line to make their home debut. There's Max Johnston, the Scotland international who signed last month. Patrick Agyemang, who made his debut off the bench at the Hawthorns last week, but hasn't featured here at home just yet. And the final signing of the summer, Ben Brereton Diaz, who's also set to make his home bow today. Exciting day for all of them, I'm sure, and I know they'll get a fantastic welcome from the Pride Park faithful. Well, Derby still waiting for their first home win of the season, but they're in the win column for the campaign after last weekend's victory. Yet another victory at West Bromwich Albion. Andy Weiman's late goal, the difference between the sides. Here's head coach John Eustace on that and today's visit of Preston.
Obviously everyone was delighted with the win, but it's the same attitude, the same level of application for everyone. They were hungry to come back in Monday, like they are, win, lose or draw every week. So we've worked really well this week, and I'm really pleased with the boys. Was there anything in that performance in particular that really stood out for you? I think the first half we stuck in there. We were very dogged. We weren't as positive as we wanted to be, but we found a way. Second half was a little bit more like ourselves, and I'm delighted with the impacts of the substitutes. It's always about the squad. Over 46 games, the squad's vital, and everyone's going to be used. And delighted to see Patrick on the pitch. Andy Weiman scoring his first goal for 7 years or whatever it was for Derby. So really pleased for the effort of everyone. I wanted to ask about Pat actually, because there's a shot from full time where he almost looks like he's a little bit in awe of the celebrations and the reaction from the crowd. How pleased was it to give him his first experience of everything in English football? I think everyone's really excited just to get him on the bench. Obviously, when he signed, it was 6 weeks ago now, and he's had to have some groin operation to get him fixed and up and running, and he couldn't wait to get going, and just to get him back involved. He's been training nearly 2 weeks now, so he looked really sharp when he came. I was really pleased with him. He's still short of match fitness. I think that was very evident, and he was blowing out of his backside a little bit with 10 minutes to go. But what an impact he had, and he's going to be a fantastic player for us going forward for sure. I think getting used to the Championship for him is key. I don't think he realises the size of the Championship and what it's like week in, week out. It's a relentless league. You're playing at some fantastic stadiums. He's playing for a brilliant football club in Derby County as well. So it's going to be a great experience for him going forward. I know he's 24, but looking at his sort of developmental path to this point, do you feel that there's actually a lot more untapped potential there with him? I mean, what do you think his ceiling could be? Yeah, listen, I think he can go right to the top. I think that's why the club have invested the money they have in him. They see him as a real asset for the football club, a player that can do very well for us and help us be successful. But it's really important that when we're signing players and bringing players into the group now, that they see a pathway to move on and be developed as well at the right time. Obviously, we want all the players to stay and be part of a fantastic journey. But if we're developing players on top of that and doing the right things for them, I think that can only be a positive. How important is Carlton Morris to Patrick's development? Because it strikes me that there's probably not anyone better to learn from than him. Yeah, not just for Patrick. I think Carlton's experience and his manner, his level of professionalism is second to none. So the whole group are learning from him. He's all the time. He's helping every one of the players in the squad. And for Patrick to come over from the States and be working with somebody of that quality and Championship know-how can only help him. We're very fortunate Carlton's here. On to this weekend, Preston visiting Pride Park. What have you made of their start to the season? Yeah, it's been a good start. They've had some fantastic wins already. They're a very experienced group. They've recruited really well again. They've got a top manager there in Paul. So, it's going to be a really difficult game, but a game we're really looking forward to. I wouldn't normally ask about opposition players, but I did just want to mention Harrison Armstrong, who joined them at the end of the window. Such a great kid who was so important for this group last season. Nice to see him again. No, it won't be nice to see him. Not at all. Listen, H was a great player for us last year. We're really pleased with him. The way he developed was sensational, really, for such a young player to take that level of responsibility on his shoulders and help us stay in the league last year was great. You know, we wish him all the best, but not for Saturday.
And on Saturday, you're back at home for the first time in about a month. How pleased will you be to get back to Pride Park?
Yep, listen, we always love playing in front of the home fans. They've been fantastic since I've joined the club. They're going to be right behind the boys. You know, we've had a couple of difficult home games already and they've been right behind us. They got us that kind of last-minute equaliser 4 weeks ago against Bristol. And, you know, we want to do the fans proud home and away and, you know, we're looking forward to the game on Saturday.
That's John Eustace hoping to see his side get their first home win of the season here later today. Visitors Preston going for their first away win of the campaign after a pretty bright start to their season. There's been a bit of an overhaul at Deepdale this summer after Paul Heckingbottom said he wanted to throw a bomb under his squad and start again at the back end of last season. They've started well, beating recently relegated Leicester and Ipswich at home and almost getting the better of Middlesbrough last weekend. They needed a 92nd minute equaliser to secure a 2-2 draw. Not quite as strong on the road, mind, a point at Queen's Park Rangers opening day and a defeat at Portsmouth, their results so far. Let's hear from Heckingbottom.
All those strengths that they showed last season, when I saw them know how to stay in games, know how to make it difficult for opponents, not embarrassed to win the games by making it tough and then scoring goals as they did against Bristol, as they did against West Brom. So it's going to be a tough game. And then obviously John's put a lot more firepower in at the front end as well to make them more of a threat. So yeah, he improved it by changing the squad, adding players, but still maintained that toughness, if you like, which they showed last year.
Like us, they've had a lot of change this summer, and we've spoken about it before. Have you seen that teams that are changing, that kind of transition period doesn't seem to be taking as long anymore? Players are settling in quicker and getting going quicker.
Yeah, maybe. I think he tried to play a slightly different shape in the first game and then gone back to like a back five, like 5-4-1 without the ball, 3-4-3. But style's been pretty similar. They played up into Morris early and tried to get bodies around those longer balls, and then aggression at set plays and showing a real desire to defend their own box, all traits that they showed last year. So yeah, they've changed personnel, but I think they're still showing the same strengths that they showed last year.
Do you expect it to be a different game from when you went there last year? Because obviously they were desperate for points at that stage of the season.
No, the same. Like I said, style's really awkward. I'm looking forward to it for lots of different ways. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. Obviously, our team will be a lot different, and probably will look more different than them. Excuse me, in terms of setup, style, personnel. But yeah, they're not an easy team to play against, as anyone who's played them so far will say, and it's going to be a real test for us, a real test.
After last Saturday, you said that everybody felt down, but you shouldn't be, because actually you were really happy with the performance. Did you have a job at all to pick them up, or did everyone come in Monday after watching the game back and think, all right, yeah, we played well?
Everyone did well, and having watched the game back, I actually felt, listen, so close to beating Borough. I think are a good team and will stay up there all season. And we weren't at our best. You know, some players weren't as good as what we have been so far this season, and so that's credit to us. I said, making it difficult for them, staying in the game. I felt when they scored their first goal, we responded really well and took the game to them again. And yeah, those are the qualities which I like. And yeah, it was good to watch it back. And yeah, it was a really good competitive game. I bet it was a good game to watch for the neutral as well as the fans who were there.
You'd had really limited time with Harrison Armstrong at that point, who had obviously only arrived on Thursday after international duty. You've had a full week with him now on the training pitch. Have you seen him kind of embed himself more within the group? And there seems to be a few little nice groups going on with lads getting on as well. Yeah,
certainly today I feel like so it's a week today. He's had a few training sessions, feel more of a part of it, getting to know the players, the lads integrating him into it, and I felt, yeah, I could see him being a lot lot chattier, a lot more involved today, and that's good. That's what we want. Like I said, we were really pleased to get him, and he's going to be a good player, very good player, and I'm convinced he's going to be a really valuable player for us as well this season.
Yeah, I wonder whether Harrison Armstrong will make his first Preston start at Pride Park later today. We'll find out in a couple of hours' time. Well, last weekend wasn't just Derby's first win of the season, it was also the Rams' first clean sheet of the campaign. Perfect time then to catch up with goalkeeper Jakob Widell Zetterström, especially as it's only a couple of weeks ago that he marked his first anniversary as a Derby County player. He's been talking to us about his first 12 months as a Ram.
It's been amazing first year. Loved every single minute. It's been tough to adjust. It was tough to adjust in the beginning, but I mean, every single person in this building, in this city, has really helped to make me feel at home here, and it's fantastic to be here.
What was the adjustment to the Championship like looking back? Was the football what you expected it to be? Everything
is just more intense here than what I've experienced before. Intense, it's way more physical, and obviously you got very experienced players, very talented players in the league. And they're always going to make a job a bit more difficult. So, I mean, those sort of things are just natural, step up. And what about living here? I remember we had a conversation when you signed about driving on the other side of the road. What other things have you now got used to, or maybe not got used to? I think I've got used to everything. It's not really anything in particular that I can say that I haven't got used to as of now. Driving on the left side of the road was a bit tricky at first, but you get used to that. Then the hard bit is to driving on the right side of the road when you're back home. But no, everything's been quite easy to deal with. There's been a few boys move over since you. Lars and Sondre came in January, Patrick in the summer over from the US. Do you compare notes or reach out to the new boys who probably have the bigger culture shock in the way that you did? I mean, yeah, I'd say obviously the two Norwegian boys, albeit Norway and Sweden is in the same country, it's fairly similar neighbouring countries, and you can sort of relate to different things and compare them to things here. So yeah, to some extent, but then, I mean, England and Sweden, England and Norway, it's not the other side of the world, is it? So no, it's not that big a difference. One big question for you, and people have asked me this to ask you. Last season, your cap became iconic. Now this season, we're seeing a bit more of the hair in games. So can you talk through the change and what's happened there? Well, I had the discussion with the medical staff after the season, or rather after I got injured, and they more or less said that there's no real scientific evidence that the hat actually helps. Maybe it might even put me at more risk because it gives this false reassurance of being safe. So that's when I decided to maybe try without it. It was I thought it'd be more different in the beginning than it actually was, but coming back after more or less 2 months off, everything feels a bit weird. I mean, the boots feel awkward on your shoes, and getting used to facing shots and all of that. So the hat was just another thing to get used to. I mean, I got used to wearing it, and now I've got used to not wearing it. And just finally, looking ahead to Saturday, getting on for a month since your last home game, how much are you looking forward to getting back to Pride Park this weekend? very, very much. Feels like ages ago. And even though every single away game feels like being at home because of the massive noise they do make and the amazing support, it's always something different to be down there at Pride Park in front of 30,000. So very much looking forward to that.
And there he is, Jakob Widell Zetterström. Well, last night in the Championship, Middlesbrough won again to record their best ever start to a league season. There are 3 lunchtime games getting underway soon, including Coventry's short trip to Leicester. Elsewhere at 3, Sheffield Wednesday go to Portsmouth, and pointless Sheffield United begin life under Chris Wilder again at home to Charlton. Games on Sunday and Monday over this weekend as well. And today we've finally got football back here at Pride Park Stadium. And you can watch Derby County against Preston North End on RamsTV. It's available everywhere outside the UK, so go to dcfc.co.uk to get your game pass now. Matchday Live with you from 2:30. Sean Barker back alongside as always. We'll see you then. Goodbye.